welcome to the Pop-Up Studio. I'm Matthew Reinhardt, pop-up book creator, children's book author, and illustrator, and I want to welcome you to my channel, welcome you to my studio of all this stuff. Hey, so today we have a new craft, and it's based on a pop-up that I did many years ago, and I thought it would be a really fun one to share because everybody loves a good birthday card. So this is, everybody can use this. You can print out the templates for this pop, and it's this really cool 3-tiered birthday cake. You could turn it into any kind of cake if you want to. Actually, you could even turn it into like a building if you wanted. There's all kinds of uses for this design. So I've made the templates. There's five pages of templates that you can download and print out onto regular cardstock, any color you want. And the coolest part this time is there's a blank version of the cake, and then there's also 3 other versions. Look at this. Ooh, look at that. Nice sprinkle cake. Because I go to the pavilions nearby where I live, and they have the best sprinkle cake ever. Just thinking about it right now. Ooh, when I was making the little sprinkle art on there, I was thinking about getting that cake. So there's a rainbow cake that you can make. We also have 2 other ones. There's a blue cake and a pink cake. So you can also make those if you do not want to make the art, or you can make the art yourself by decorating yourself. So let's get started making some birthday cake, baby. All right, so we've printed out all the pages of the template, and just to let everyone know, there are different colors. So there's a sprinkle cake, there's a pink cake, there's a blue cake, and there's the blank cake, and that's for you to decorate on your own. Now let's see, what do we start with? We score all the dotted black lines. I mean, that's just typical what we do, right? We use our knitting needle or a big paper clip, and we use a ruler, and we kind of press down into the paper, and that way the folds on this pop-up will work a lot better. So we do our scoring, and then what's up? Then we start cutting. Let's cut out all the pieces following these solid black lines. You can use an X-Acto knife, you can use very fine scissors. I would suggest using a craft knife. It's just better, and look at how fast we are. Woo, woo, woo. I've had my caffeine today. Super fast. No, it doesn't take your time cutting out all these different pieces. All right, now we're gonna pre-fold everything. And the reason why we pre-fold everything, now we scored all of those dotted black lines, but it doesn't hurt to pre-fold and kind of, it's like we're suggesting to the paper, this is the way you gotta move. You gotta move, right? So we just wanna make sure that we've scored everything properly, and we're just pre-folding all those dotted black lines. All right, let's start with this base page. The base page is actually in 2 pieces. We're gonna put a little glue in this spot right here, and then we're just gonna line up the other piece just like that. And make sure that when you glue that other base page down at that edge, make sure that edge doesn't go over those dotted lines too far. All right, so there's our base page. All right, now let's glue this piece. This is on the lower tier of the cake. Let's glue it in place. Now we're gonna fold this kind of in half here. See these 2 tabs here? All right, we're gonna put some glue on those tabs. Watch, I'm just gonna fold this over onto itself. And so that is going to make the bottom part of our pop-up cake. What's funny about this cake is actually the design goes back a long way. I think 2006 or 7 was when we first started making this sort of sheet cake, multiple layer cake. This was actually designed initially for my sister. It was her wedding cake. She had a special wedding cake design, and this is what this design is based on, and it was the giveaway at her wedding. So I always love re-releasing these old designs. She won't get mad now. Don't tell her, don't tell her. Okay, so let's glue these 2 tabs in place just like that, and we'll fold it over onto itself. This is kind of like we're doing the same thing that we did for the larger piece. So we glued that extra piece on in the beginning, and then to see that tab, we're gonna fold it over, and then we're gonna glue that onto itself so it kind of closes up. So there, see, it sort of makes that's the next box layer of our cake. All right, now we're gonna do the very top layer. All right, this is the one with all the candles. So we're gonna fold this over. Remember, we glue it to itself. And this time we don't have to add a piece because it's the smallest layer. And then we're gonna see this tab right here? We're gonna put some glue on it. Just right there. Very nice. And then we're gonna glue it into place like that, okay? So, and you should be able to fold it in and out. See how the top goes in and out? So just make sure you don't glue it to itself. All right, now let's glue this little piece here. This is just our extra candles. We need to glue them right just about there. Look at that. Because we want to have candles on all sides, right? All right, let's start with, these are all the pieces. They've been pre-assembled, and now we're going to get started assembling the entire pop. All right, let's start. We're going to put, see this piece here? This sort of tiered piece? It's going to go through this slot, just like that. See how that goes? And see these little tabs here? We're going to glue them into place once we affix it. There we go. And then let's put the little glue on this little weird tab right there. Just like that. And we're going to just kind of pinch it into place. See, that slot really gets the piece in place. And there we go. We just folded it shut so that they align properly. Look at that. So that's that piece glued in. And now let's do the next part of our card. So we're going to see this. There's another one of those slots. It's that sort of L-shaped slot. And we're going to slide the top of these tiers through. We're going to put some glue right on these little tabs. Remember these little tabs? These tabs sort of keep our pieces in place. And then we're going to slide it right through that L-shaped slot. And then what we're also going to do, look at these bean-shaped tabs. They're folded tabs. We're going to slot them right on through, and they're going to go into their respective slots. So now they're in place. So we've got 2 layers built. Look at that. Oh, wow. And now we're going to do the top layer. And there's one more of those L-shaped slots. What do you think we do? We're going to glue these tabs in place eventually. So let's, and we're going to also need these little bean-shaped tabs folded. So we're going to slide the top tier through and glue those tabs in place. We're also going to stick these little tabs in just like that. And we're going to slot it. And you can kind of look from the back and make sure that they've slotted in. And then let's make sure that our top of the cake is in place. And there's those tabs that are underneath. So we're going to press everything in and close it and hold it into place. See, everything is folded and assembled properly, but it's not even in the card yet. So that's the next step, but we have to make sure everything folds nicely. Look at that. It all folds nicely. See those tabs? They're all folded and glued into place, and those other ones are folded and slotted into place. All right, now we're going to glue some of these other pieces in. This is the last piece that we forgot to put in. This is going to go directly into the base page. And see these little tabs here? This big fat one goes in this side, and that slit, and that one goes on the other side, see? And that is a tented V-fold because the V-fold is built off the page and it's standing up like a tent off the page. Look at that. Now we're gonna put these 2 middle-sized tabs. There's one that's a little bigger than the other, and those are gonna slide into those slots, and you can pull it from the back. And we're also gonna pull these tabs. There's a shorter one on the front, and then we're gonna, this big old one is gonna go in right there. So see, they all sort of slot in. We haven't glued anything yet. We're gonna fold it shut, and we're gonna make sure that those tabs are positioned properly. It looks like they are. You should not see a lot of the dotted line on the opposite side like that. So that's glued in place. Then we're gonna glue this one in place and this one in place on the base page, on the other side of the base page. And then, once we press them down, we let that glue dry. Guess what? Woo! All those pieces, and we're gonna check. Let's check under here, make sure, oh, those tabs came free. So let's glue these tabs in place properly. Now watch, that main piece folds down towards the base page. Look at that. And now, wow, there's our pop-up cake. Look at it, it looks so great. Now we can get to decorating, or if you want to, you can cut and fold and assemble one of the other color versions that we've provided for you. So down below there are links. There's a sprinkle rainbow cake, there's a pink cake, there's a blue cake, and then there's this one which is a blank cake. And you can decorate it however you like, just like this. I hope you enjoyed making this fantastic pop-up cake card, the deluxe pop-up cake card. I love me some cake. I do. I love cake. And that's why I have to exercise, because I like cake so much. I gotta balance it out. Anyways, on your way out, could you do me a favor? Could you hit that like and subscribe, please, down below? Just click. That's all you gotta do, because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I can't say it, and it gets our videos out there, and we really appreciate it. Feel free to comment below. In fact, I really love the engagement. Let me know if you have ideas for future crafts, tell me if I'm doing stuff wrong. Hey, I listen, okay? I love your feedback. Everything I do here on the YouTubes is because of you, and I love you guys. So this is Matthew Reinhardt saying, be kind to a stranger, think creatively, and keep it poppin'. Ooh. Well, let me blow out the candles first. Bye-bye.